Hello guys, and welcome back to CK3 and a new series. So, you might have seen me upload 4 episodes of a new series in the last couple of days. Unfortunately, something completely out of my mind happened. I mean, it had never happened to me before, and I don't think it will ever happen again. I save my local games on a specific drive that is doesn't have any, on my computer, right? So that exploded. Not really, but it's done for. So I lost all my saves. Not only for CK3, but basically anything. For all my kind of games. Now that is, for the most part, my own mistake. Not that it exploded, but that I saved it all on that drive. I could have just, because it is Steam, I could just have done it to the cloud. Most games do have cloud save based, saving. Right? What can I do? I can't do anything about it now. It's like I have to start over. I have to start over, and I'm a little bit mad because I would really wish that we could have continued the other save if you did see those couple of episodes. I can't get back to it. There is just it's gone. The save is gone. I mean, I've had that disc for, I don't know, 15 years. It's an old one, but it happened. It's the first time I've ever experienced that. So, and I also lost a lot of other things, not only saves, also music and stuff. But that doesn't really matter because that was backed up. But the saves were not backed up. So, here we are, making a new save. And for the new people that don't know what I'm speaking about here, yeah, I had a save, and it's gone. So we are making this new save. And what is this new save? It is very much like the other one that I just did before a couple of days ago and had 4 episodes of. And that is a save that is kind of, I wouldn't say heavily modded. I think I got 50 or 60 mods. You can actually see them all down in the description. So take a look if you want to. I'll not explain every single mod. I will sometimes mention a mod and what it does inside the game if I feel like it. But actually, I will probably explain a lot of the mods when we are going over them, or when we get to them. I don't think you can actually see anything here that is modded, but you will in a second. So it is a very heavily modded series, sort of, and it will also be very focused towards role-playing and dynasty role-playing. That is what I'm going for. I'm not going for, expanding a lot of territories, and I might do that with some of the characters, but that's not the main point. The main point is role-playing. I'm not gonna paint the whole map with my color, that's not how I'm gonna play this game. So, the first mod I want to mention is something called a random new world. It's not going to be in the real world. The map is going to be, kind of the same. You will have Iberia down here, but there won't be anything here that you will know. Like King Atso here, he won't be here. He won't even exist in this game. So, one thing that I am very certain about, other than it's going to be a role-playing game, is that I want to play as Norse culture. Now, it doesn't actually matter. The only reason I'm saying this is because there is no Danish culture. Because I would have chosen the Danish culture if I had the opportunity to do that. And the only reason I'm saying this is because no matter where the Norse culture is going to be located on the map, I'm going to play as it. So, rest assured, we are going to choose Norse. And we don't really care about all the inventions because that is also randomized. Innovations is not, it's not random, it is Norse cultural innovations, but they will have a flat 5 chance of getting any of the innovations. So it doesn't really matter too much which culture we actually are. It doesn't matter too much. I'm saying not too much because Vikings do have, because of the DLC and stuff, will have some pretty neat innovations to get. But I want to play Norse because I'm gonna name change quite heavily in this. I'm gonna name change duchies, I'm gonna name change kingdoms, county tiles, names, character names, you know, all that stuff. I'm gonna rename a lot, and I want to rename it to, well, it's not gonna be Danish names, but it's gonna be Norse names. And when I'm saying Norse, I'm meaning Danish, Swedish, Norwegian, and Icelandic names. And I might go for a little bit less Icelandic than the other three, but I'm probably gonna use a lot of... I'm gonna use a mix of old Norse names and real places. You know, I'm gonna use some of the places that exist in real, and just use, you know, the Danish, the Norwegian, and Swedish languages quite a lot in naming. So that's hopefully gonna be cool for you guys. It doesn't really matter exactly what we choose up here, because it's gonna be randomized. So we can just choose whatever we want, and I'm gonna go with the fate of England because it doesn't matter. So we are getting into in just a second here. We will get into the generated map, but it won't be generated just yet. You know, when we get in here, it will be the normal world. As you can see, Denmark, the Holy Roman Empire here, which is renamed because of a mod. You can check that mod out down in the description. I don't remember what it's called, but it's something with 9,000 different new names for the game, right? So, but it actually doesn't mean anything. It's more for the characters that could potentially be cultural, and also having names in the game that I can randomize from. So yeah, that's a small mod that I installed. And so first off, we're gonna go through the game rules. Alrighty, I have set up the game rules for us, so let's check them out real quick. I haven't changed anything in the normal game rules, except from end date. That's gonna be no end date, because I don't know if I want to play for, I don't know, hundreds of hours in this, so probably not, but you know, I will probably play a long time, and I don't want an end date. I just don't want to. I don't see any meaningful way to have an end date, because we don't have any goals here. So the first thing we want to look at is this RNW, and that is Random New World, and this is probably the most important mod that I have installed, because that's gonna change the whole world. It's gonna generate a new world for us, per se. So you can see the changes here, and you can pause if you want to look over them, but yeah, it's gonna, like you can see here, it's gonna number of dukes that's gonna be generated on normal. You can choose many or few. Same with kings and emperors. Emperors is gonna be few, and kings are gonna be few. So there are gonna be fewer kings and emperors from the get-go in the game. Title names are completely randomized, but we will of course rename many of them. Stuff like this, all the way through. A lot of, you know, stuff you can do in this mod to generate a really, really interesting little world for yourself. Because it's definitely gonna be kind of a fantasy world, but with real religions, real cultures, real, you know, that's gonna be real. Actually, not entirely. Because if we look here, faith placement is gonna be random, but it will be near their holy sites. But the holy sites are also random, so you know, the new faiths that's gonna be randomized are just near their holy sites. Cool, right? Doctrines, full randomized. So we might get a religion that is a real religion. Well, we probably will get a real religion, but it's gonna have randomized doctrines. So again, it's not, you know, it's not really in the real world. Gender doctrine is also fully randomized, so we can have a lot of female rulers. Government, less tribal. I just want that. I actually don't want to play as tribal, because I've played so much tribal, so yeah, I don't want to play that anymore, really. Development level is from 0 to 10, so, you know, we got a chance to be 10, we got a chance to be 0. Same go with technology level, which is from 2 to 10 innovations. So we could get lucky, we could get, not so lucky. That all depends. So some kingdoms and some cultures will be stronger than others. Some might even disappear. Who knows? The next one up here is, of course, the community flavor pack. Everyone knows it. It's an excellent mod, and it works so well with other mods. It's absolutely fantastic. Ipiet, that is giving a lot of nicknames to people, so I like that. Actually, I'm gonna go with fewer. No, just default. Interaction, yeah, we can change it if we want to. Farewell Chaplain, pretty decent mod. VTA, that is an interesting one. That is vassal something. So the fact that as you as a vassal or your vassals would have more opportunities, and it will be an event popping up to defend or attack against someone if you're gonna lose titles or getting vassalized. So mostly in defensive situations. So that's very interesting. And then we got the Veed event or whatever. So that's just more events, putting flavor into the game. Really nice. And yeah, it's we're gonna have it actually give us a little bit more the sums of the prestige or piety or whatever you can gain or lose. I'm just turning it up to 1.5x instead of the default 1.0. And then we have probably, beside the random new world mod, this is the big one. Player succession. I mean, it's a very small mod actually. It's a very simple mod. What it does is when we die, the strongest heir will become the new player. So it's not following normal logic. So the strongest player with the highest cumulatively skill, that's the one we're gonna play with. That could be, you know, one that will only get one tile, or it could be the one that's, you know, it's gonna be the strongest there. I could go for a couple of different ones. Youngest character in the world, random character, random neighbor, random vassal, random dynasty member. That could also be a little bit fun. It will be a landed character. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna change my mind. I'm gonna, because we are playing a dynasty simulator here. That's for sure. So maybe we should go for the dynasty member, random dynasty member. That's making it even harder because it could be anyone of our dynasty. No, I'm gonna go with my first initial thought and going with the strongest heir. I feel like that's probably gonna be the most fun for all of us. But it's giving it, for the most part, it's probably gonna be the firstborn, because the firstborn will have the most cumulative skills overall. But in some situations, it won't. Sometimes it will be the second or the third, and that's just fun. It's just fun. It's just something I might sometimes miss. I might miss up and do something that will, and I won't see it, and then he dies, our player, or he or she will die, and whoa, why did I get this character? And yeah, it will be quite cruel because it will just change the story quite significantly. And sinful cleric, less sinful priest, because it's so annoying, that scandalous kind of thing. So that is our rules, along with the rule we set for ourselves that we are going to play as the Norse. Now, here comes the fun. We're going to pick a random character somewhere. Doesn't matter. Click anywhere. Play. Oh, this guy's naked. Some of the people are naked, but I will, of course, change their clothes if they are... Yeah, I'm gonna change a lot, you know. I'm gonna change clothes and... So if we're seeing naked people, I'll probably... some of them are naked. I don't exactly... There is probably a small bug with the patching. Yeah, you see a lot of people here are naked, actually. No women, but I guess there's not a lot of women in the real... But yeah, there are some of them are naked, but we will just change it if we see it. I don't care. YouTube, come on. It is not real. They are not really naked. It's not a real character. Come on. But anyway, we'll probably change it. So, play. And what we will see now, it is the mod actually generating a whole new world for us. With different names and cultures and religions and all that stuff. So even our character here is completely changed now. So this just popped up here. That means it is done with generating the new world. What we will do now is we will go into we will go into cultures, and then we will find, where is it? Nordic. Where is Nordic? I can't. Oh wait, hold up, wait. I see Danish and a Swedish, a Norse. I haven't seen Danish before. This is the first time with this mod I've actually seen Danish and Swedish. Is that because we are in 1066? I think it is. So it actually generated both Norse, Danish, Swedish, and maybe Norwegian somewhere? I guess maybe Norse is actually Norwegian. Potentially. I said I would go for the Norse. But since we do have Danish and Swedish as well. You know what? Now we got choices. I mean, now we can actually look at it and decide what we want to go for, maybe. I'm not gonna go for Swedish, because... Not because it's in China, but because... I'm not Swedish, I'm Danish. So either Norse, so we can name, you know... And I wouldn't mind starting up here. It's quite interesting to maybe start up here. I don't think I've ever started way up here. But let's take a look at the Danish culture here. We got barracks, onager, quilted armor, public works, gravel, currency, assemblies. Okay. And what about the Norse up here? Got the same? No, it also got adventures here, so it's... Okay, no, it doesn't have gravel or public works. So none of them are really good, because we don't have mortis, or and that is the reason why I'm saying this. They do not have mortis or city planning, which would be pretty big. So I guess there is that. Now another thing that I didn't really, I didn't say it before, but one thing I do want to go for is a one tile guy. Well, it's lacking a little bit. I want to go for a one tile. And as you can see, this is not the ordinary... I got a couple of mods here, especially also with the, as you can see, all the new kind of... there's a lot of coloring done here with the coats of arms, which I do like. It's you know, many of the colors are a little bit bright, but I don't mind it because it adds a lot of diversity, and I'm all about that. So we do want to have a single tile. And it seems like these counties are pretty... There is actually a petty kingdom right here. But these mostly are just single tiles. I wouldn't mind being in a kingdom or in a duchy, starting in a duchy actually, like this. I wouldn't mind that. But I think we're gonna look for the Norse first, because I think I might want to start up here. This is actually not the Norse. This is the Norse, and it's... Whoa! That's a name. That is a name, alright. Whoa! I don't think I can pronounce that. Ikitalaism? Wow, no, I'm not even gonna try that again. What is the Danish one? It is Orthodox. Okay, so they're Christians, Orthodox Danish. Okay, that's pretty boring. Let's not do that. Let's go for the Muslims. Let's go for you know, Norse Muslims. That's pretty cool actually. I like that. Welcome to Sweden. No, it's just a joke. It's just a joke. Relax. Okay, so we got a couple of choices here. Now, it doesn't matter who it is right now, because we are gonna make our own character. Of course we are. So, what is important to look at here is actually just, you know, the location and maybe the tiles. You know, most of these are development 4, it seems. Let's actually take a quick look at development. Government types. Oh, yeah. So this is clan, all of this up here. Interesting. So I actually like that. Muslim clan, but we are Nordic. Nordic Muslim clan. I do like that. I do like that's probably what we're gonna go for. Development. So it is... Yeah. I mean, it's not... Yeah, we are not really developed compared to, you know, the lower parts of... I don't know if this... Is this Mongolia or... I don't know what this is. Probably Mongolia, right? They're way more developed down here and also over in Europe as per normal. But yeah, some places are Estonia and Latvia and Russia and places like this is pretty low developed, 1 only. But I'm okay with having like 4 or 5s here. That seems pretty decent. We would have a lot higher if we went for the Danish culture down here, where culture, so Danish was here, so let's see again. Yeah, they are a bit higher, but yeah, I'm not going for the, you know, I don't really want to go for something that is really hard. But see, this tile right here, is that part? No. Oh, it's our faith, or, well, it is not ours yet, because we haven't decided who we're gonna take. We are still deciding that. You know what, I'm gonna come back in a second when I've decided who I'm gonna pick, or what county I'm gonna pick. That took a lot longer than I expected. Half an hour probably. because I'm looking at so many stuff. I just looked over so many great stuff. There is so much to come from this save, I can tell you that right now. I have actually decided to go with the Danish culture. And it is this tile, which is right now called cash. We will find a new name. We'll find a new name. But it's gonna be this tile, and since we know... Now, the reasoning is actually... I said that it was maybe a little bit boring playing the Orthodox. Well, as it turns out, the Orthodox is actually the most exciting of those two religions, actually. Because, okay, the tenets, they are the same as in the normal game, so is the sins and virtues, so nothing new there. But the doctrines are completely random. And this is where it's getting a little bit funny, because... Let's take a look at this, actually, because we are choosing this. We are definitely gonna choose this, so we might as well go over it right now. Female dominated. Right? So we are Danish, Christians, but female dominated. We are pluralist, lay, clergy, of course, we have that. And I don't know the name, ecumenism. Other Christian faiths have that have the ecumenism doctrine are considered astray. Cool. I don't know if there's anyone nearby, but, well... But that's not where all the fun stops, because all of these down here, all of these doctrines are also completely, you know, new. Same is, it's the same for every single religion in the world. Monogamius. Yeah, we can only have one spouse. We can only have one spouse. So, yeah, that's it. Divorce is allowed. Okay, okay. Bastardy. Legalized. Somewhat. Same kin or close kin connections, you know. It's a taboo, but it's not exactly, you know, criminal. So interesting. Same-sex relations shunned upon. Deviant shunned upon. Male adultery is accepted. So we are female dominated, but male adultery is accepted and female adultery is shunned upon. I like that. That's great. Kinslaying shunned, but not exactly illegal. Witchcraft is illegal, criminal. Recruitment, clerical function is recruitment. Clerical gender is only men. Only men can be clerics. It's female dominated. I like this. This is so fun. Clerical marriage disallowed. So men that are clerics can't really marry. That's also pretty good. And it is recoverable and spiritual in the ways of appointment, so that's pretty good. Teachings of Jesus, non-Christian faiths with the Christian syncretism tenet are considered hostile instead of evil. Cool. Plus 30 opinion bonus with faiths that have the Christian syncretism tenet. Cool. Cool. So yeah, now when we have decided what tile we are, and we also took a quick look at the religion that we're gonna play with, we should probably also look very, very fastly into the Danish culture again, just to have a, you know, before we awaken our character. So we got onagers, we got men-at-arms onagers that potentially give us the advantage at... Nah, actually not, because we're probably gonna attack inside the Danish territories anyway first. But let's just take a quick look at what we are working with here. Unlocked military buildings. So we are definitely looking at... We can recruit armored footmen as well, so we are definitely looking at someone who is potentially good at going into war. Public works. So we can go up to 20 development. That's pretty decent already to do that. We might actually look into that if we got the money to do it. We'll see if that is something we can do. Development growth is also plus 10%. And we got Gravelkin, so we got... the partition law. Yeah. What is it actually? I don't remember. Oh, right. Yeah. So we can change the partitions and stuff like that. Cool. Planetary assemblies. Limited crown authority. Yeah, okay, we can interact with limited crown authority. Also interesting. But we are probably at a disadvantage compared to some of our opponents. But I'll tell you that later on. But now when we have looked into that, we are actually gonna click here again and click this again. We are gonna go into the menu and switch character. And we want to take this county here and create... This is a mod that is... If you want to do this, create a world like this, you actually have to have the mod. I don't remember what, you can see it in the list. Create your own ruler. You can only do this by, wow, he's naked, okay. Could we please put some clothes on, because we're actually gonna, nah, I don't care, YouTube, sorry if you don't like nudity, but this is not for kids. This is not a kid-friendly zone, so it is what it is, right? But we are gonna go with female, and since we are, since the Orthodoxy do have female dominated, so we're gonna go with a female. But yeah, if you wanna do this, as I'm doing right now, you need that mod, and if you want to do the other thing that I'm gonna do, I can just show you, because, so, this is actually quite cool. This dynasty sigil is actually quite cool. But what you could do is get the mod called Coat of Arms Designs or something like that. And you can go in here and actually choose, like, let's see, we want something like, we want objects. I'm just gonna show you because it's quite cool. It's quite cool. It's actually called COA Designer-ish, and it's a pretty cool little mod. Especially for someone like me that likes to roleplay. So, what this will do when we have chosen this is making sure that we are gonna get, actually take something else then, let's take large animals. Let's do that. So when we are gonna randomize here, let's start randomizing. It's gonna choose mostly large animals, and it's also gonna choose, actually the culture is gonna be close to what our real culture is. So we are Danish, so it will choose something that is appropriate, and the color scheme is of course completely random here, but I think this color mod actually got like 3,000 different colors or something like that, so you will see a lot of different color schemes here. But it's choosing a lot of, you know, you can see it's choosing a lot of different, sometimes it's just a random, but mostly you will see big animals. You can just change that and go in here again and take crosses, because we are an Orthodox. So let's try and get that instead. That was one cross. Let's see if we get some more. That's not a lot. That was one there and there. Okay, more there. That's actually a cool one. So yeah, really, really cool little mod. I just want to show you. Now, I'll go over this woman. I'm gonna change her. I'm gonna change everything. And I'm gonna come back when I've done it. And we will go over it in just a moment. Okie dokie, guys. I am done. And it took, I don't even want to say, probably an hour, to be honest, because I was fitting around with especially this one. And as you can see, I got a special one. I mean, it's not that special, but yeah, let's okay. So first off, she's called Rigma, and or Rima, not sure. I'm gonna call her Rigma. Rigma is a very old Danish name that today doesn't really exist, but I know what it means. It means, so the first part of this is rig, and ri means someone, I would say wealthy, but back then it wouldn't be wealthy, it would just be powerful, basically. Now that's pretty funny because she's not very powerful. And mar is the opposite of mor. So mor means mother, and mar means young woman, or, you know, a child. Not a child, but a young woman. And she's definitely a young woman because she is 17 years old. So that's gonna be her name. This funny A doesn't exist anymore in Danish, but it is part of Old Norse. And this is a name that was used back in the days, like, yeah, probably 15, 16, maybe, I mean, it's probably even earlier than that, 14th century or something like that, maybe 15th century. So, the dynasty name is gonna be Rigmas døtre. Of course, after her. And this døtre means daughters. So, daughters of Rigmas, of course. And I went over a lot of them. I mean, I went over so many of these. It's insane. Even with that modding on that you can choose in here, coat of arms thing here. It still took me forever, but I found one that is a very, very, very bright neon green with a, you know, golden R, of course, for her name, Rigma. And I might change the county here, but we'll do that later on. So, 17 years old, and actually, if I go one up, if we go one up here, she's actually gonna be naked again. Well, I'm going down to 17. I could go down to 16, but I don't know. I'm gonna go 17. Education. Actually, I wanted to. I forgot about this. I didn't want her to be this. I'm not done yet. I'm not done yet because I don't want her to be an ambitious plotter. I actually want her to be a bargainer. Oh, that went actually over. Well, I actually want to be a negotiator. Charismatic. Maybe not. Yeah. Let's do that, and let's just go back on some of the talents, or maybe one of these. I think we're going back like that. Just a couple of. There we go. That should fix it. So we are a negotiator, and personality traits are honest. So yeah, we are a pretty honest person, and we are fickle. So we don't really know what we want. It's like, maybe I'll go this way, maybe I'll go that way. It's like, And we are also a little bit adorable. As you can see, we're pretty adorable. So I do have a mod that is making beautifications to her face. So you can see there is some makeup and stuff. And yeah, it is what it is. But it's actually a pretty good mod because it will also make sure that new characters that are being generated will also be looking a little bit better, I would say, overall compared to the vanilla version. So I'm going with it. But it also means that I couldn't really change too much in the face or in the appearance changes here. But I'm okay with this. I'm perfectly fine with this. She's a very beautiful woman, that's for sure. And overall, I definitely like how she came out. So we are delicate. We are not a fighter. We actually got a very bad trait here, congenital trait. So -2 to prowess, and we got a minor penalty to health as well. But we are comely. Yeah, I would say we are comely. Definitely comely. If not even beautiful. I would probably say beautiful. But let's go with comely instead, because we do want to stay. I don't want to go way too much. I actually want to go in the achievement limit, even if we don't play with achievements. I still want to be in that area, but just to keep it a little bit realistic. Family hierarchy. So she actually got a pretty good lifestyle trait here with it's giving her some really decent bonuses to fertility, stress loss, close family opinion, and house opinion. That's really great. So she really is dedicated to her family and the prosperity of the house. That's for sure. She's also a diplomat, so she's a pretty good. She's definitely a diplomat. That's one thing. She got some really high diplomacy skills here compared to how old she is. She is 100% a diplomat and not a fighter. She is not gonna go out and fighting on her own. That's for sure. She would die instantly on a battlefield. But she might go into a war, but that's, that might be something she will do, but she will probably tend to try and do diplomatic works first and then wars as a second option. So diplomacy is 26, intrigue 3, so she doesn't really like, yeah, she doesn't really, she's not an intrigue person, but she actually got it quite high. The base skill is 5, and then honest is taking it down to 4. Or -4, and then fickle and adorable is actually getting it up a little bit again. So, a bit back and forth here. But yeah, a lot of points here from all sorts of places to the diplomacy. Martial is 1. Learning is 8, that's also the base. Fickle is taking this one a little bit down, the stewardship, but she's still average at it. Prowess, 0. Can I even take it down? I could, but I mean, that's not realistic. So let's keep, actually, why wouldn't I do that and put it into something else? Let's put it into stewardship, actually. Oh, I can. Interesting. Because it's below. Okay, I guess that's how it's accumulated up here. And she doesn't have any kids. She's not married. That's it. That's it. That's finalized. We're done. She's also hetero, so she's not homo, bisexual, or asexual. She is heterosexual. Here we go. Finalize. Submit. And we are pretty much off now. We just need to hit play, which we will do. There's nothing else to it. And we are in the game. So, as you probably already know, this is basically an episode where we are going over all the setups and, you know, stuff like that. And therefore, we will of course change a couple of things here. I think the very first thing we're gonna change is the names. I want to change this county tile's name to something a little bit more Danish, maybe something, you know, we'll figure that out. Actually, right now. There we go. It is now known, the county is known as Rigmarsbjerg. Rigmarsbjerg, well, of course, it is the name that we named her. And bjerg means a mountain in Danish. It is pretty common to use bjerg as, you know, something you call the place. So the reason why I'm doing that is because we actually got mountains right next to the tile here. So, well, you know, that makes sense, right? Also, the castle down here, because it's not actually a village, even if it says it right here, it is a castle. So therefore I called it Rigmar Slot, because slot, I know slot sounds like something very bad in English, but in Danish, slot is castle. That means castle. So, yeah, there we go. So we got Rigmar Slot. It sounds so wrong to actually say that on English, but I'm gonna go with it because I like it. I kind of like naming it after Danish things, so I don't care what YouTube says. Also, you can see a part of a one of the big. If you saw the other save I did a couple of days ago, you would have seen all this, so you know about it. But just to say, this is part of a very big mod, a building mod, and pretty new one actually. And it's very exciting to play with, and we will go over that in due time. But right now, we don't want to concern ourselves about that really much. But as you can see, there is a lot to it. Ooh, we can actually build a lot of things that we couldn't do in the other save, I think. Maybe. Yeah, I could definitely not build this one. Second defensive walls. But yeah, there is, I don't know how many buildings and how many different layers to this there is there. It's an absolutely insane big mod. It is my, if we take the top 3 of mods that I just wanted to play with, this is in the top 3 by far. This, the random new world mod, and I don't even know what to put in the third spot. I don't know. There are so many great mods. Well, it's definitely in the top 3. That's for sure. The other holdings, we can rename them right now. At least I don't think I can. So that's gonna be done when we are controlling new holdings, of course, and they will be called something accordingly. Well, to the Danish, I don't know. This is probably gonna be called something bjerg, something. But we'll see. It also depends on what kind of holding it's gonna be. Maybe if it's gonna be a castle, well, it's gonna be slot. If it's a city, maybe by, because that's the Danish word for city. And temple, actually the same word. We would also call that a temple. So, or maybe temple. There might be another word for it in Danish. I just can't really seem to find the word here, but there might be another word. But you could also call it a temple in Danish. Interesting. You know, who knows? So the next thing I want to change is her clothing, because right now she's, maybe we want to change it. So let's go in and actually change that. So as it turns out, I'm actually pretty happy with it. Wow, it just zoomed in when I actually started recording. Maybe because, I don't know, but it did. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with it actually. So I think we can I like zoom out? Thank you. So Northern low nobility clothing. So I just went over a couple of things and I didn't really see anything that I wanted to change. I think we're gonna change them accordingly. And if we're seeing any naked people, I'll probably put clothes on them. Yeah, I'm fairly happy with this one, and there's a little bit of bronze on her. It's actually basically the same as the one she had before, because the one she had before was this one, which is Northern Low Nobility Clothing 2, and this is the one. Actually, you know what? I'm actually gonna go with the default. You see, I changed my mind again, and I actually think this is quite good for a Danish girl that just is of high nobility, but no, actually she's low noble. So yeah, I guess we're not doing anything. I think we just close it. Well, that's great. So yeah. Yeah, I think we're pretty much done with the, you know, the setup and renaming and all that stuff for now. Of course, for now. Who's this? Our leash? Okay. So now we know who the leash is. She is the petty kingdom of Egan. That's actually a pretty cool name. Are they using Danish names? No, they're not. It just sounded a little bit Danish, so... But no, she's not. But cool. And yeah, we'll take a look at them later on. But we're pretty much almost done with the setup. And as you can see, there are just a lot of things here that are probably new to you. Or if you have seen my save before, it's probably not new and then you know about them. Or you have played with them yourself. Who knows? But there is a lot of different things going on here. There is a marketplace, there are technologies and all kinds of good stuff. Actually, both of those are part of that same mod. That is the building mod. So you, as you can tell, it's a pretty big mod. I think it's called Loki's building mod something. You know, it's definitely something you want to look into. 66 soldiers. We are weak as they come. Wow. Very, very weak. We got 3 domain holdings. We can hold 3 domain holdings. Okay, and our leash is a 3 tile. Wow, we are struggling here to begin with, that's for sure. So she's a 3 tile duchy. Or petty kingdom. Okay. Should we just... I'm not sure if I should end it here, because that is kind of the setup done. And then play in the next episode, or we should just keep going here for a little longer and, you know, do a couple of more things. I think we're gonna move on a little bit. Like I sometimes say, I don't mind my videos being long, even if YouTube don't like it. I don't care. I just don't care. I am just enjoying myself, and I hope you will enjoy it too, even if it's on the longer side. So, decision for precision, no thank you. No player error. Probably something we should take a look at straight away before we even hit the unpause. I think we're probably hitting the unpause in the next episode. I am very slow paced. I don't play very fast. That's just me. That is how I am doing stuff. Find a spouse. Okay. So let's take a look at what is available. A lot is actually available. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. So we want it to be matrilineal, of course we do. And I don't really care what dynasty or whatever they are from. I don't really care about that. What I do care about, and what I guess Rachma cares about, is sum of all skills. She wants someone capable of doing things. We actually have to take a look at something before we do that, because I want to know who is actually who can be our champions. Where does that say? Female dominated. So only women can be commanders and knights. Right, so it doesn't really matter with martial or, you know, our men needs to be much like ourselves, a little bit more diplomatic or stewardship minded, or even learning, because they can also be a clerk. But I think we're looking for someone with either good stewardship or good diplomacy. Probably diplomacy. We want someone who is a little bit like ourselves. Not too old. Maybe someone who got traits. See, this guy, 15 years old. Genius. He is, he looks like he might be Mongolian or steppe. Utpa. Don't really know that one. From Tibet, okay. From Tibet. Fair enough, so it's a culture group from Tibet. I don't really care. I don't really care about that at all. And I don't think she does either, really. She just cares about her dynasty, and her dynasty definitely wants genius physical trait in her in her family traits. That's for sure. He also got 17 martial, which doesn't really matter too much. Let's see if there's anyone else here that pops out of the ordinary. Not really. If we sort by traits, let's see, go up here. So he's the first one. Then we got this 20-year-old Naiman. Okay, an interesting name for a culture. I don't know where it's from. This 19-year-old who is Tamid. He's quite good. He's quite alright. But, I mean, this genius trait is just very cool. He's modest. I don't mind that. He's kind. He's forgiving. And he's also brave. You know what? You know what? This is a no-brainer. This is a no-brainer. He is perfect. He is absolutely perfect for her. Absolutely perfect. And I think she's agreeing quite along the way here. I think she probably agrees with me here. I know she does. I know she does. Let's bring him in. Let's bring him in. So we are gonna get... What? Who is this dude? So he is... His parents are part of some crazy dynasty, I guess. He doesn't have anything, but his grandparents had Kingdom of... Okay, so he's from a line of dynasty that actually is a kingdom. Cool. 900. That is a lot. That is a lot. Sure. Let's do that. Let's choose a lifestyle. We're definitely gonna go into diplomacy. That is a no-brainer as well. We are going for... Are we gonna go for fertility? Or prestige, maybe? Do we need prestige? I would go with... Actually, are we a clan, aren't we? I think we're a clan. No, we are feudal. We are feudal, so... I don't know how much we actually need prestige, except from men-at-arms. And men-at-arms is gonna be... not a big issue, because we are in this petty kingdom for probably a while. I don't see us coming out of this for quite some time, because he's gonna be more powerful than us. Pretty no matter what we do. He's gonna have those 3 tiles, and I mean, unless someone is taking it from him, which could happen, but... it's gonna be a while. It's gonna be a while. So I guess we don't really need to take this, because we don't really need the extra prestige to get the men-at-arms, because we're pretty protected right now. Family focus. I think we are going for that. I think we are very family focused here to begin with. We are gonna get a big dynasty. Like, if she can get 10 children, I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna aim for 10 children. We're probably not gonna get it, but if we can get that, I would be happy. That would be nice. That would be really lovely. That is probably our first goal, getting a big dynasty line going from the get-go. We are more than likely going down in... Oh, yeah, we might take the family hierarchy here and go down here and get this one. So they can get extra skill points. Each friend adds -5 stress. Close family. Yeah, I see us going down in this one. Befriend. That befriend scheme might be useful. Each living child gives you 1 random skill point. Yeah, we're going down in this one, and then maybe diplomacy after that. I don't see us going down in August. We are probably gonna change focus if we are getting diplomat done. But we'll see when we get to that. Okay, cool. No player error. We are already dealing with that. Few knights. We can have 5 knights. We actually got 4 right now, but they are all terrible. Terrible knights. Yeah. Okay, she just have a hat on, but I guess that is part of, you know, the mods. Ingeborg. Well, at least they do have Danish names. I like that. Very Danish names, actually. This is a pretty old Danish name, but it's definitely something you will find in Denmark. Someone is named that. Probably, you know, I don't know. Someone 60 plus in Denmark could be called Ingeborg. Or maybe it's coming back. Maybe young children are being named this again. I don't know. Una, not very often you see that. Lise and Katrine, very often. Very often. Very normal Danish names. Okay. So we got autonomous vessels. Okay, that's the current law, and we probably want to get... I don't really... we would like to get absolute crown authority as fast as we can, of course. That would make a lot of sense. But it's probably gonna take a while. We could go for this right away. And I have a feeling that our own liege is probably gonna go for that. And since we're getting a lot of prestige, we probably want to do it. Clan government vassals will provide at least 5% levies and 2% income. Well, we don't really have any clans, so, you know. But just to get this, we will get closer to this one. But we need royal prerogative innovation, and that is in early medieval era. So, yeah. You're not there yet. Actually, I don't know where we are in terms of... We are in 1066, and when is the next group? That is gonna be in... Oh, we are already there, aren't we? No, we have not discovered 50... Okay, so we are in the early medieval, but we do not have enough... Actually, how many do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8... So we are a bit lucky actually in that terms, because we could get from 2 to 10, I think it was. So we got 8. That's pretty good rolls. Oh, we are missing 4. We need some more. And then we get into early medieval. Then we might be able to get the next one, which is high crown authority, which would be nice, because that is making succession laws available for us. But yeah, that is something again for the future. Let's move on and see if there is anything. There's no suggestions or current situations. That's actually okay. No, there's nothing. There's nothing. Cool. Few knights, no player here. Okay, so I guess we are off. I guess we are. Well, not really. Let's go over this. We got a council here. Are we part? No, we will probably called in when we continue the game. Oh, that's terrible. That's really bad. But it's the best one we've got, probably. Yeah. So yeah, we need some children so we can put them on the on the council or something like that. I don't know. But other than that, it seems okay. I'm actually wondering if we want to go for increased development right off the bat. Yeah, I think we do. I think we want to increase this right off the bat. Can we actually attack him if we want to? No, you cannot declare war while in... Okay, we don't have any money, so... but I guess we can declare war other than that. No, we do need casus belli for war, actually. But we do have the opportunity to go into independent war. So yeah. And I don't see us attacking, like, someone over here, because they're gonna be very powerful very soon. And I mean, maybe this guy, but we'll see. It's more likely than that our... I don't really want to go out there. I want to just wait and see what happens inside our own little petty kingdom here. Or duchy. So yeah, that's that done. Then we got the Danish culture. We have looked at that. Military. We can have 2 men-at-arms. We will probably have some. We will probably be able to create something. We got armored footmen and onager, so that's actually pretty good. Probably armored footmen would be the best to get because they're just that powerful. So yeah, they don't have any, you know, benefits or minuses. They're just good. They're just good. I definitely want one out of the 2 to be, or maybe even both of them to be armored footmen. And the other one, who knows, maybe onagers, maybe something else. We will see. Mercenaries, yep, pretty expensive. They also got the, okay, I didn't know they would also get some fancy color schemes. I really like that mod actually, because, I mean, the colors are straight up insane. But there are, I think there was 3,000 colors or something like that, so there's a lot of color schemes to take from. And I kind of like that. What else do we have? We got the court. We could find a physician, but I don't want to do it that way. I would actually choose one of our... Probably I would choose one of our best, like Katrina here. And I can go in here and become a physician. This is part of a mod. where she's gonna train as a novice physician, and I kind of like that a lot more than actually getting them from this, because they're usually really bad when it comes to learning. So yeah, it's gonna cost a little bit more to do it that way. It's not cheating at all, so it's gonna cost a little bit more, and I feel like it's a better way to do it. But I don't think we want to do it right off the bat with 0 gold. Hooks and secrets? Right. We should probably scheme someone. She do like us. She's 55 actually. Interesting. So the Queen Raunfrid. She do like us. Primary heir is Eleanor. Okay. It's her daughter. Fair enough. Maybe we should scheme her instead, because she will take over at some point. I think I want to be friends with her. Sway 95%. Let's go. Actually, do we have our? He's +5. Okay, that's fine. How good is she actually? 13. Okay, he's decent. He's decent. It's not too bad. Not too bad. That's pretty important. We can appoint another one, but I'll keep him. He's 13, so that's decent. Let's go over factions. Nothing in here. Shouldn't be. We can create an independence faction, but that's not gonna happen for a long time. We are gonna be very weak compared to our liege. Let's take a look at... We have seen the faith. Let's go for decisions. There should be a lot in here actually, but there isn't right now. So some of them are gonna be mods, and some of them are gonna be standard. So show expanded alert options. We actually want to go into that right off the bat here, because I want to change maybe something. Can assign guardian? Yes, we want to see that. Can call an ally? Yes. Not enough knights? Yes. Actually, do I want to see that? Yeah. No court physician? Sure. Truth expiring? I definitely want to see that one. Being sieged? Yes, please. Hook expiring? Yes. Can vassalize neighbors? Yes. Hide it again. So everything is on. Advanced Vassal Manager. So this is basically cheating. And we might use it sometimes for something. It also got a couple of... we can revoke titles, we can grant titles, we can do missionless things. I actually don't know what's in here. Subjects... Convert subjects' faith. Yeah. Feudalize all tribal holdings. I might actually do that, because it's because I can't do it any other way. I don't have the other mod that can convert holdings, so I might do it from here actually. Depose, abdicate throne. Maybe, I don't know, maybe we'll use this. Again, it's a role-playing game, so this is not... I don't consider this cheating if it fits to the story. Let's just close it again. So, a pretty good little mod to have, because we can change things up how we wanted to. And I don't consider it cheating because... I mean, some people consider it cheating. I don't, because this whole game is a role-playing game. I mean... So, and this is just giving me more role-playing options. So, close the vassal manager menu. And there is also one other mod that I want to tell you guys about in just a second. Let's actually do that now. So it's the tile manager mod. So if we, let's go into... Can we get like this? Let's take a tile over here, like this tile. So if we go into this tile, the county here, you can see there is something called target title right here. So if we are going to click that, it's going to target this title because we are on it. That's going to pop up a new... It didn't. Should pop... Oh, maybe I can only do it to my own counties. That might be, actually. Target title. Huh? it worked. It worked yesterday. Okay. I guess maybe I need to unpause or something to make it pop up. Nope. Okay, but it does work. So I don't know. I don't know what's going on. That's actually a little bit funny. But what it's meant to do is that you can give titles to another duchy. If like say this one here, if you are having control of this one and you want to make sure that this tile, this county tile, is belonging to this duchy instead of another duchy over here, you can do that with that mod. So again, just, you know, something to change the outcome of the story. Marketplace. Now that is part of that whole mod that is the building mod, and it's a big one, and we'll get into it when we actually are going to buy or sell goods. But right now, why is it double? Oh, okay, it's in thousands and then in hundreds. Cool. Didn't notice that yesterday. And technologies is also from that, and we are gaining 120 technology points per year. From what I saw the last time was that you will basically unlock everything, and so will the AI, pretty early on. And it's just small bonuses. It's just very small bonuses to... Here is one for skirmisher toughness, and here is one for the light cavalry, and everyone is gonna get it. I mean, I wish it took longer to actually get it, but it might be a bug, because I shouldn't be able to actually get the high medieval and late medieval, but we can. We will get this pretty early on, and I will take it because every single AI is gonna take it as well. So it just makes sense to take it, you know. But we'll get into that. It's a little bit. It's the part of the mod that I don't really like too much. The technology 3 here. It doesn't make a lot of sense, but the whole thing with the buildings, that's pretty damn cool. Anyway, guys, I think this episode is long enough now. And we did actually hit on pause, but you know, this is definitely the setup, setup and mods kind of episode. And in the next episode, we are gonna start our little story with Rigmar and her dynasty, which is not. Ooh, see, one thing I want to change here is also the naming or the motto, "Firm as Horn," because that doesn't fit. It doesn't fit at all. I'll find a pretty cool old Danish motto or something like that for the next time. So we will have that to play with as well. And hopefully in the next episode we will get children. I hope that's gonna be the goal for the next episode, I think. Getting children. Anyway, guys, I am Q, and I hope you enjoyed this, and I'll see you around next time.